Today we're talking about your first 100 days. Yes, it's a term that's affiliated with politicians and all that, but hey, as a career person, as a business person, your first 100 days is so important. Let me tell you something that happened recently. So I employed someone into my team and we had a workshop for the whole team. So for 3 days, we were in the workshop immersed, trying to strategize for the year and everything. And then at the end of the workshop, I called my own personnel team and I said, oh, let me get feedback, how did the workshop go and all that. And then there was this person that I had just gotten into the team, and then he mentioned that, oh, it went well, and I hope that I will be here next year. He's not a full-time position and all. And that was his only comment for the whole workshop. For 3 days workshop, this guy never asked any question, never made any contribution, and the only thing he said was, I hope I'll be here next year. I almost looked at him and said, I swear to God, you will not be here next year. I had to hold myself not to tell him that, but I looked at him and I'm like, so that's the only contribution you have in this entire workshop? Come on. Hi everyone, my name is Aureoluwa Adekoya and I'd like to welcome you to Tiki Talk. Tiki Talks is that space where we talk about career, businesses, how to navigate the workplace and getting ahead with all the challenges that we see in today's world. All right, so we're talking about the first 100 days. Your first priority is to learn. No matter whether you're in an entry-level position, middle manager or a CEO position, your first 100 days, you're learning the ropes of that particular role. It's even more if you are a fresher, entry level, coming into a new organization and you don't know so much about it. Your number one priority is to learn. You're like a sponge. You're gleaning information. You're gleaning ways of working, how to do what you're assigned to, how to talk to people, what's the organizational culture here, especially if you're working in a new organization. You are observing, you are watching, you are asking. So don't just assume sometimes. You need to ask. You need to ask questions. I remember when I first joined my company, and then, and I'm saying this to address the point that sometimes what your HR is saying might be different from the organizational culture. So the HR told us that, oh, we are here on a first name basis, we don't do Mrs. Sama, blah, 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 so call everyone by first name. And then I said, oh, okay, beautiful. And so I sent an email. I had a mentor. This is my mentor. They gave me mentor. I didn't even ask for the mentor. They said as a graduate trainee, take mentor. And I collected mentor. So me too, like good girl now, I was saying, let me give my mentor feedback on what I have achieved, Abby, what I have done, what I have learned, and all. So I sent a mail. I wrote, dear, let's say the mentor's name was, whose name will I use? Bimbo. I said, dear Bimbo, please find attached my induction report, blah, blah, blah. I visited this, I did this, I did. I was feeling like, good girl. I'm writing reports now to my mentor. She be mentor, now mentor, then column. And then, next thing, so I was where she was at that time, and then somebody came to call me, and then she said I should go and stand in front of her office. And I'm like, okay. Then another person came to tell me that, what did you do? What did you do for her? She said she should go and stand in front of her office. And I'm like, what is happening? Then the third person came to tell, I said, there's problem. Voila, there is problem. So I went to go and stand there. Like, you know how they used to do us in secondary school? Not even the primary school, that the headmaster would go and say, go and stand in front of my office. That's how I felt. And this was me, grown up in an organization. I'm working. I'm earning money. What are you talking? They were telling me to go and stand in front of office. I'm trying to stand in front of the office. And then she came. She said, sit down. She opened her laptop. She showed me the mail. She said, did you send me this mail? I said, yes, I did. She started profiling me. She said, who's your father? Who's your mother? Where do you live? What does your father do? What does your mother do? I said, Kilagwe. What's the meaning of all these things? She now said, anybody else can call me by name in this organization, but not you. When did you just come in? You just came in and you're calling me by name. I said, Auntie, excuse me. I'm sorry, ma. Please, no verse for me, ma. We will not do it again, ma. She said, not you. Don't call me that. Call me Mrs. XXX. I said, yes, ma. Of course, that was the end of the mentoring relationship. No mentor, come. Even the woman herself, it was obvious that she was more interested in the seniority and the name than the mentor. She never even asked anything. Anyway, I said, is that how you people used to do? Yeah, it's okay. Everybody, Mrs. Can even need somebody that just got married yesterday. Hey, Mrs. S, how are you? Good afternoon, ma. Because I noticed the culture in the organization at that point in time. It was looking me too, I aligned though. Even though HR has said first name basis, I gave myself brain. I started, I was a small, how old was I? I was a small girl, I don't know anything. And please, no vex, so, blah, blah, blah. And I aligned. So you're watching, you're asking questions, yes, but you're also observant and you're learning about your organization, learning about your role, learning about the culture and how things are done here. Now, there's something called the culture fit. There are just some people that are not fit for an organization. And it's no fault of yours or no fault of the organization. Sometimes your values and the values of your organization just do not fit. And this is what you are learning in those critical days. Those days you're trying to see, okay, what is important to them? Are they a company that believes that we can bribe? Are they a company that believes that, one guy can call you up and say, come to my office, come to my house, come and do these things and all that? Those are the things you need to watch in addition to learning the ropes, learning the skills and all that, right? Secondly, you need to build relationships. You need to build relationships that are key. There's nothing wrong with walking up to people and I say, my name is this, I just joined the organization, I'm in this department, blah, 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 You can even do it in the bathroom. You go to the bathroom and meet a lady. Oh, good morning, ma. How you doing? Or good morning, sis, or whatever it is. Hello, or whatever, whoever you meet, my name is this. What's your name? And all that. So you're getting to build relationships because you need relationships in the organization, right? You're doing your task. You meet somebody. Don't just say, Oga say, make I give you this thing. Take, Somebody said, your boss sent you to give someone something. Oh, hi, my name is Ore. My boss asked me to give you this, blah, blah, blah. What's your name? Oh, what do you do? Oh, what does what you do entail? What are you responsible for? Get to build those relationships as well because they are very, very important for how you ascend in the organization. In addition, you need to ask questions. So ask your line manager questions like, okay, what do you expect me to do on this role? What are the key expectations on this role? What are the things that you want me to achieve? And write them down. Don't assume that you understand. Write each and every one of them down. And you must go back and ask for feedback. So after 2 months, 3 months, thereabout, go back to your line manager and say, okay, in this, you said I should do this, I have done this. Is this how you want it to be done? Do you want it to be done differently? Or what have you, right? Then you need to also identify key stakeholders. Your boss might not be your only stakeholder, right? You might have a direct working relationship with someone, but then you have dotted lines to somebody else. So those dotted line relationships are also very important, and you need to understand what are their expectations as well. So book a session with them. Okay, I newly joined this is what I'm responsible for and all that. Is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything I can do to serve? Is there anything I can do that you expect me to do that I'm not aware of and all that? So ask them those questions and get to know and put all these things together into your own document to say, okay, this is my line manager's expectation. This is my key stakeholder expectation. Put that together and then start to build a plan, right? A plan of how you would navigate and how you build your skills and develop gradually as you go. I like to say, change something around you. So you got into that role and the person there was facing left. Can you face right? The person there had a blank table. Okay, can you put a candle on the table? Can you put a diffuser on the table? Can you put something to change the look of that place? Okay. The person that was there before used to do a presentation and the presentation was a certain way. Can you change the font? As simple as that. Can you change the color? Can you change the way the let them know that I'm not sure. I'm here. I've arrived. Something has changed. Of course, the ultimate thing is to find where you can add value. But in those first few days, you're still watching, you're still learning, you're still trying to see and understand the environment. But that little change helps somebody know, okay, you're not just fitting in. You are changing. You are, moving things around and all that. Then you need to identify what are the challenges in this particular role. Because for every single role, there's a challenge that you were brought on board to fix. You're not just brought on board to earn money. You're not brought on board to earn a salary. You are there to solve problems. So what is the major problem that you are there to solve? And then start navigating a path to fix it. Is there something, a pain point that has been there with maybe whoever was there before, if there was someone? And is there a way you can now start thinking? You might not solve it in 1 year, but what are the steps that you are taking, navigating in order to change the perception of that particular thing, right? And how it evolves and how you solve it and how you resolve it. You know, these are the things that you should be focusing on and putting all your time into. Your goal should be, in the next 1 year, I want to make a visible impact in this role. You should enter a new role and help to just fit in. No, you're not just there to earn a salary. You're there to make a difference. So always remember, how am I making a difference in this particular role? How am I making a difference? How am I making my value seen, making my value heard, right? Those are the things that you need to focus on. And if you're entry level, you know, very, very important about organizational culture. I once had a direct report that, so in my team, they're senior to a certain extent, right? And so this person came in that was quite junior. And then he saw how my team were sending emails to other people to say, oh, send this to me, send this to me, send this to me. And then he sent an email and told the same people, send it to me. Hey, I said, are you joking? Are you joking? Recall that mail now. I said, this person in my team can send it, but you can't. When did you just join? You joined yesterday. You two, you want to be commanding people. Send this to me. Who are you? You would grow. So when you grow your influence, when you grow with time, then you can now start saying people, oh yeah, send it to me, send it to me. I said, these people will not answer you. If they are nice, maybe one person will say, I don't have time or something, but they will just ignore you. And then you'll be wondering that, these people are not nice, they are not answering me, and blah, blah, blah. And then one thing I said to him was, you need to, do you even know these people by name? Do you know if you walk past them, now, do you know them? You don't know anything. You are just saying, send me this. Why can't you start by doing a chat on Microsoft Teams? Oh, hi, my name is this, I'm involved in this, and I need this because of this. How can I get the information? That's a better approach than an email. Emails tend to be very informal and can be ignored. Do you know how many emails people get in a day? And then unfortunately, where I work, when you see the sender of the email, you can see the role of the person. And they will not see a mail from you and not say, this one is one junior person. You will not get answer. You will not get answer. So yeah, you grow in the organization, and when you start to learn some things and how the culture and how they do, then you now start to fit into their systems, right? Guess what? There will be some organization where there will probably be resistance, you know, resentment and all that. I remember one office that I worked, and then I got in and I was like, what's happening? Yeah, my boss really liked me. And then my boss used to push me forward, you know, to say, oh, go and challenge this, go and do this, go and do that, and then, of course, me too, I liked the power that my boss was giving me. And me too, I'll say, no, you can't do these volumes, you need to do that, you need to, you know, cut this one and everything. Before I know it, I noticed that they were not lying on me, small me. They will say, it's Aurel, I don't know what Aurel is doing. No, we agreed this, Aurel went to go and change it and blah, blah, blah. One other one too, they will sideline me like this. They will say, they don't want to talk to me, they don't want to associate with me and blah, blah, blah. It's normal. It's normal. When you first of all get, it's just part of the organizational clashes and all that when you first get in. Those things are normal. But by the time you start to add value, and when people start to see your value, then they will now start to recognize you and say, okay, but from the get-go, don't start to say, I am this. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? No matter who you are, no matter even if you are the CEO coming as a CFO or something else, people need to see that value, and then they need to respect that value in you. You don't want them to respect you just because of your title. You want them to respect you because of what you bring in. So focus on that value and making your value seen, and on building that relationship before you now start demanding from people and, you know, asking them for stuff and all that, which is really, really, really important. I hope you have learned a thing or two today about your first 100 days in office. Remember, you are there to learn about the work, learn about the role, learn about your boss, learn about the organizational culture, learn about the challenge, the key challenge that you have been brought in to fix, and work on fixing it. Remember, also change something. Let them know that something has changed here. A new person is on board. Until I see you again on the next episode, Chiki Talks is Aurelua signing out.